Hello and welcome to the Build With Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Bear and I'm here to build, a model kit, a nice robot friend, and then I'm going to build a boy, which I will give context for in a moment. But first, I'm going to throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the site, the Mona chat. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. You can say hi, you can use other people's emotes, or you can choose to remain silent and be a lurker, which is okay if you just want to chill on your Saturday. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. Welcome, welcome, my friend. Um, yeah, I'm building a boy. I got Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, and I'm going to put him together. Uh, Here's his face. I got his face right here. Aristophan is here. Hello, Aristophan. Welcome, welcome. Um, yeah, it still is weird. It's still a weird thing to put together human people as model kits, action figure model kits, if you will. It's still weird, but it's something we're gonna do. Building boys with Bear, indeed. But I mean, he's a teen boy. He's a shonen protagonist. We're gonna build him. We've built Gohan before. We built adult men as well and women, teen women as well. You know, that was fine. Everything was fine about it. It's just weird. It's still a weird thing, but we are going to do it because that I believe was a Target exclusive. So it is technically part of the Figurize collection, but it's not called a Figurize kit, but it's similar. So we'll be working on that. Good instructions for that. But we do have to finish, of course. Finish this. This is the Livelance Heaven kit. I've got it on a stand. The Livelance Heaven kit from Gundam what is it? Gundam Battle Log. Gundam Breaker Battle Log. Why did that not come out right? Gundam Breaker Battle Log. It is the inverted for the Death Scythe Hell with some other parts from like the Versago, which is a Gundam X kit, and just Gundam X being referenced at all in anything modern Gundam is remarkable. I've said that before, and I stand by it. It's weird. Oh, we dropped some frames there. My apologies. Hopefully, we won't have any further issues, but I have no control over that. Um, I have investigated getting better internet here, but it would be outside of the package that my parents currently have with television and phone, and so we're not doing it, and that's okay. I'm waiting for a few more friends to join us tonight. I think tonight might be pretty chill. We are competing with Saturday night football because so many football teams can't compete on normal nights or days because of COVID protocols being in place, which is good. They're protocols. Um, Patrick Klepek said a real worrying thing on a waypoint that didn't that hit me hard, which was um, it there might be so many cases because they're being so rigorously tested, not because they're necessarily exposing themselves, although that's also possibly possible. Uh, yeah, I won't get too much into it, but we can mention it. It comes up, so we can talk about it. Um, but yeah, um, yeah, there's football tonight. Loading Ready live over on the Loading Ready Run Twitch channel. So we won't see Harold tonight, I'm sure, but I will go ahead and watch that after the stream because those are fun and it's the last one of the year for them. So that'll be good. But yeah, we got to build the lance. The Livelance Heaven has a lance. It can be converted into very easily into a scythe, which is cool, and it does come with cool effect parts. And I'll talk about the bonus effect part that I will be saving to use in some other build at some point. Because it did come with a cool effects part that has nothing to do with this kit. So I will save it for a future kit. Is there anything else that I need to tell you before we get going? We're waiting for people to be casually late for the stream tonight, but as I said, might be pretty chill. I do have two more stickers to apply to this lance, so I'm gonna get that ready. And we'll talk about more as we get into the kits, and we'll chat about some stuff tonight. Topics for tonight, of course, manga and anime chat. We'll also be talking about the weather and how weird it is for December for me in particular, but maybe also for you. Halo Infinite, um, my a slight scheduling change, not of day or time, but of topic for next Wednesday, and other things that come up. Maybe I'll be a little honest about what's going on around this house and how it's been a little weird. Maybe I'll do that. But anyway, I'm going to retweet my tweet. I'm going to check a message here that came in on the Twitter machine. Okay, that's fine. And then we'll get into building. So let's go over to the main. Here's our main. We do have our Livelance Heaven on a stand so that I can hold it, so that I can take proper photos of it with the lance. So we will be building that. I'll put that over here so you can just keep an eye on it. We'll have the Livelance watch me as I appear. So this would be for the shield, like the Buster shield, if this was the Death Scythe. And so they did it in the same effect coloring, this kind of like very cool blue, like teal with sparkles. So they did it anyway, even though we don't need this. Hello, old friend. Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas to you too, Jolliv. And welcome. Um, uh, Welcome to everybody. And also, yes, happy holidays to everyone as we get into the season. Starting on Monday, I will have my Santa hat on, and I will be wearing my Santa hat all next week. So look forward to that. I don't know, but I'll be doing that. Anyway, so we don't need this effects part, but we're going to save it because we can use this with some beam sabers or when the Death Scythe, because this is new components, this is the new kit. All the Death Scythe parts, Death Scythe Hell parts, I should say, are new. So we are getting a Death Scythe Hell at some point in the near future. And when we get that, I will have this as an option. This kit is cool as hell. You're not wrong. It looks so good. I wish these weren't stickers, but I understand why they are. That is my only complaint. Is I wish that these were layered plastic and not stickers, but what are you going to do? It's a high grade. It can only do so much, but it's a badass high grade. And now we're going to build the lance. So we will be saving this. This will go aside and be used in the future. Also, it should work with some beam sabers that have that kind of like plug, so we could use it in something else as well. I will be keeping all of the many kits that have been released for Breaker Battlelog. And then it'd be like another $20 if those were yellow pieces that sit flush. Yes, indeed, because they did it a little bit for this part here, which is very hard to see with my lighting. But these parts fit in, and they don't actually fit in that great, so it would be very expensive to do that. But maybe they'll do a mass. They haven't released any master grades from Battlelog. I would love this to be. Ooh, I would love it, because that means that there could be a Death Scythe Hell, because the Death Scythe Hell has never had a proper master grade. They've had it's had a 1/100 scale high grade, but an RG would be that would be incredible. But I would settle for a master grade, because then also we could get a Death Scythe master grade, and we need that. We do need that. So I already panel lined this part here already, because it would be easier to do, and I was doing some finger warm-ups. But yeah, I'm going to be keeping all of the Battlelog kits, because I will eventually make a YouTube video where I will follow the instructions, or the pairing instructions that have been suggested. So I will be keeping all the instruction book, or at least the page of the instruction book, to say, okay, so this kit wanted me to do this and this. So I will be following along with that. Dustin just subscribed with Prime, saying, Merry Christmas, Pat. That's 10 months, so let's hit the old applause. And thank you very much, Dustin. Thank you for renewing your subscription. Let's throw the Bear Cave, the Lego emotes in there for the folks that are subscribers, and I'll throw the Scythe emote in there, because I'm a tier 2. Rest of it can also throw in the Scythe emote. Merry Christmas to you, and thank you for renewing your sub. I appreciate it very much. All right, so we got to put some stickers on here, and then we can panel line this as we build it. So let's get stickers. Oh yeah, tiny stickers here. Yeah, so I'm going to keep all of them. I'm going to keep the instructions of how they want them, and then I'll probably do a YouTube video sometime next year. Tomorrow I will have a video up because somebody, I do not know who, because it was anonymous, purchased another kit off of my wish list that's also from Battlelog, and I commented, I hope you don't get sick of these because I'm gonna be building all of them because there are only so many kits that come out a year these days, and those are high grades that I can build and are not super impossible to find places, and they're already not super expensive. A couple of them are, like the Barbatorus is in short supply, which theoretically I'm getting in the mail. I mean, I pre-ordered it. USA Gundam Store said we're getting it at some point, so someday I'll have that. But all the other ones seem pretty readily available, so I will be building those just because I need kits to build on stream. So, you know, I just pre-ordered 2 of the new Gundam entry grade for my brother and I. They look so cute. I also pre-ordered the new Gundam. Yeah, the new Gundam entry grade. I like entry grades a lot. And I'm always looking for another one to recommend to people because the RX-782 is easy to recommend. Although now the one that's easiest to find is the paint job, the U.S. Championship paint job, because you can get those at Target very easily for the price that they offer them. But unfortunately, it is weird to be like, hey, get this cool Gundam. It's got like the shield has an American flag on it for some reason. It's a little weird to recommend. But it does look cool. It's just it's an odd thing to recommend to people. Is all I'm saying. But that is an excellent entry grade, so that's what you got to do. Found the Barbatorus at a hobby shop randomly. Looking forward to checking it out. Yeah. So here's the thing about Battlelog. The very concept of the Battlelog. If you build a lot of Gunpla, you will be somewhat disappointed because this is the most unique and interesting one in my opinion, in that its base is a kit that hasn't come out yet. The Decite Hell high grade is a new tooling for a new version of the high grade or of the Decite Hell. That's unique to any of these kits. The Blazing Gundam, which is based on the God Gundam, is a kit from 2010 or 2008. I can't remember when, but it's a very old kit. So that's that. I believe that the Goof. I can't remember the Goof is pretty old. The new Crimson Goof. Basically, almost all of them. I think the Sky Wing is based on a kit that's not too old. But most of them are pretty old, and it's like that's part of it. So I know for some people it's a disappointment. Like the Barbatorus doesn't feel like brand new; it feels like kind of old. Um, I know that God Gundam was a good kit in its era, so I'm hoping that it turns out to be an okay build, mainly because it's got that shining kick, and that's just silly in a way that I really appreciate. And you know, it's got like fight sticks, which is fun. Fighting sticks. I forget the name, what those are called, but that is cool. It's not Ponfar, but it's something like that. Um, So yeah, I know some people will be disappointed with those kits. I'm not particularly disappointed with them. I'm just realistic about it. But those are what I'm going to be building because I can only pre-order so many kits in the future. Like I put in an order for a real grade. What did I just pre-order from Premium Bandai? Uh, where did I where did that go? Premium Bandai. Yes, order confirmation for oh, yes, that's right. The Gundam Exia Repair 2 real grade. Now, do I have a Gundam Exia Repair 2 high grade that I've never built that's in my backlog? Yes. But it's a real grade. The new Gundam real grade was fantastic. So I am hopeful that the new batch of real grades are coming out, although that is a reissue, blah, blah, blah. But it's a recent reissue. I'm still hopeful that these are going to turn out excellent and look real cool. So, but I'm going to get so many things, and now it's like any master grade that's on secondary or third marketplaces is incredibly expensive. So, it's very difficult to get those, to justify some of those purchases. To be like, all right, do I want to get the Virtue Master Grade? It's like $100 right now. Is that master grade worth $100? I don't think it is. I mean, it's a big friend with a lot of like cool gear, but is it $100 cool? I don't think so. But right now, all I'm building is high grades. My backlog right now is, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 high grades and one Lego set that I'm building on the 23rd because it is a Christmas Lego set. It's a Christmas wreath. So when I think about that, I'm like, ooh, I'm I'm going to go through these high grades pretty fast, and I want to have some different things. Like I'm excited that Tanjiro won the poll for my $10 patrons because they vote on what I build, and I was happy that that won the poll because that is a different kind of kit. That is something unique, and so I'm excited that's why I don't normally purchase things from Target, but the Lego set that I bought is a Target exclusive, and then I was like, well, I'll get Tanjiro while I'm here because I haven't been able to find it other places, for, in secondary market. So I'll get that while I'm getting this. Uh, I'm glad to have it. At some point, I just gotta build that AUG. I don't know how to say it. It's from the game, and it's the AUG, I think is how you pronounce it. But I gotta build that at some point because that is just a different kind of thing, and I like building different kinds of things. Also, it's just got lots of cool gold. Okay, so our scythe can, or our lance can be held like this. You can use this effects part if you want to have like the, ooh, I'm ready to go. Or you can bend it as a scythe, which is cool. So we'll do like a couple, I'll take a couple pose photos here with it. But this is the end of the Livelance. So I can put that here. And it'll pop through. And I can do it like, I think I'm going to do the lance like this, and then I'll put it through the arms as the scythe, because you can bend as the scythe, which is cool. So first I will show you this. Here it is in its full lanciness. This is very cool. Some new effects parts for that. And of course I'm going to, as I said, take a photo here. We will take a photo. Cool. And then I will show you the way to make it like a scythe if you want to have it like a scythe. And then you can go up, go through here. Yeah. If you are looking for a scythe, if you're looking to have it like a scythe, you can do that. We'll just go up higher. Oops. Just down. Gotta fiddle with it. It's a high grade. You always gotta fiddle with high grades. All right, so let me get this photo here. Push this back. Yeah. Yeah. That looks cool. And of course you can have the lance with the smaller blade here. You want to have that. All right, let's just do, and there's different hands as well, which I didn't bother using. I just did the one pair of hands like that, and then we'll just do the classic here. Kind of enclosure method. We'll just show like that. Got a few photos options. Put it up. Great. And that's it. That is our Livelance Heaven. This is a fantastic kit that I very much enjoyed putting together. This will go on display for a little bit, and then it will join the other Gundam Breaker battle log kits as I wait to have a lot of them, or enough of them to shoot. Like, I don't need all of them, but enough of them to shoot a video. I gotta get the Helios. I think I need the Helios. I need the Astral red frame inverse, which is just the black frame basically, and I need one more. What else did I need? Oh, Barbatorus needs to actually get shipped from USA Gundam Store because apparently they were missing the palette with them, which is frustrating. Someday I'll get that. Anyway, that's that. So we can put this aside. Cool kit. And put this with this. All right, cool. So now we are going to move over to Tanjiro. Let me just update a thing from Demon Slayer, our good boy, one of the generation of good boys that are out there. I just gotta do this, and then I gotta go that, and then I got this. I have to update my OBS, or sorry, my Stream Deck settings so that it goes to the proper screens. Great, now I've done that. Because instead of, this is a peek behind the curtain, instead of me going through and just having every photo of every kit I need and having my sources be very long, which I guess I could do, I just have duplicates of the same overlay, main overlay, and then I just have to go in and change them up for the Stream Deck. I probably should just do the photos instead, but this is the way I've been doing it. All right, what do I need here? Okay, yeah, I need this. Eventually, I'm going to need this page. Just do that. And just... Eventually, I'm going to need this just to see, like, okay, this is what it wants me to use. It wants me to do the Helios and the Heaven, and then these are the parts it wants, and, like, the weapons to customize it. So eventually, I will do that with everyone they want me to do. But I'm just going to save that because I don't need instructions. They're nice, but I don't need them. All right, time to get into Tanjiro action. First thing I want to point out here, good little instructions. We got one page in color and one page non-color. Would have loved to have both in color. Plenty of English on this kit, letting you know. These parts here were actually in separate bags instead of on a sprue. And so to make it easier, every piece, and I don't think you're going to be able to see this, every piece here for E is actually numbered on the plastic itself. So this says E9 because there's no other way. Oh, you can see that there. There's no other way to do it if they're not on a sprue. So every part that is from his coat here is printed. It's got the actual like number printed on it, which is very weird. Hard to see that, but that is a thing. And then also the ones that are on its own little sprues also are numbered on the back there. And well, yeah, so that is a weird little thing in this kit. Also the sword is one piece because it is a pure black sword, which is accurate. This is show accurate. So I like that very much. Very sharp looking. Lots of instructions of like, hey, try this. Hey, here's how you use snipper clips. Hey, here's some instructions. It will be easier to stick the stickers using tweezers or something with a fine tip. Because there are some small stickers on here. But then we start with the head. Again, mentioned this before. Continues to be accurate. We're building a boy. And it is weird that is a thing that we're doing. We are assembling a young man. It's just a strange thing. Strange but true. Get this here so I can see it. But yeah, Demon Slayer was a show that I started watching and I was like, I like this, but I don't love this. And so I kind of like slipped on it. I slept on it, I should say. Not slipped on it. I slept on it. And then I started hearing from people, hey, actually, this is really good. Hey, the introduction's like, okay, one of the guys' friends sucks, but the other friend is cool and weird, and a lot of these characters are weird as hell, but in a very good way. And then there was an episode, because this was like a double length season, double core, I should say, like back to back, and it wasn't a split core. And then people were like, actually, this show whips. And it was always popular in Japan, but towards the end of it, it became very popular. And the movie was incredibly popular in Japan, like record breakingly popular. It has been a goddamn phenomenon in Japan, which has been cool. Okay, so how does this look here? This is part 7, and then part. Okay. Fit tightly, make sure his part are facing the right way. So, I think this is right. And then this is, I know this is the right piece, so then we'll just. Is that right? No. Weird thing where I'm like, it fits snugly. And I'm like, well, then it's not though. So what am I doing wrong? The age old question. Hey, what am I doing wrong here? All right, I think this is right. I think this is how it's supposed to go. We'll find out. I can probably fix my mistakes if I need to. But this looks actually. Yes, okay, that does look right. Compared to the photos, that looks accurate. It'll start making more sense once we start attaching these pieces. And I need E3 here. I will look at when it's done. We'll look at it and see if we need a panel line. I mean, maybe some of the clothing will need it. It's weird to like panel line the face, so or like the hair. So I don't have any marker like ideas yet until we fully assemble the kit, and then we will see. Also, um, because the jacket you don't need to wear, uh, we're gonna have a bunch of like weird, like, how do I say this? There's gonna be a lot of stickers that we're gonna put on this kit, that I'm gonna put on this kit, that are unnecessary, or seem to be unnecessary. So that's a weird thing, but hopefully it'll all work out. How's everybody doing tonight? Let me ask you. Chat is quiet this evening. So, well, Dustin just literally wrote something here. I watched the movie when it came out on Funimation, so I skipped watching the recent season until I heard the first episode was a new lead into the movie. Then ended up watching all the movie episodes anyway. Yeah, so for folks that didn't see the movie, the arc that is happening or just happened here, it basically, they made a movie that's canon, but you can also just watch the you can watch like episodes that are like the movie itself, or you can watch the movie and then watch the episodes, and it's a weird choice. There's a new anime movie coming out very soon, like literally moments away, I believe, for Jujutsu Kaisen, which is the prequel from the prequel comic. So they are just adapting the prequel comic into a movie, which I think is a cool idea, because it is canon, but it's really unnecessary for the story, as far as I know. And I think that's a good idea instead of just doing something that's not canon, or in this case, is just like, well, you got to see it, but can you just keep watching the anime on like on Funimation or on Crunchyroll without it being a problem? And it's like, well, yes, but maybe you just want to see the movie because it's fucking pretty goddamn gorgeous. Okay, so this was just one here. Fine. We're now working on the face. Do not cut it cleanly. Gotta pop this face in. Right? Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. All right, and then we'll pop. This is weird looking. This is weird looking. But anyway, What was I gonna say? I got other stuff I can talk about tonight. Um, it's been unseasonably warm here in even for South Carolina. It's been unseasonably warm, so I have taken advantage of that warmth by making sure I did fucking yard work. Goddamn motherfucking yard work. I have done so much yard work. I got more yard work coming. We're talking like uh taking a look at the bird feeders, talking about doing some watering, talking about going out and raking leaves, lots of leaves. There's more leaves to rake. Oh God, there's always fucking leaves. It's been a whole goddamn thing. Okay, and then we need the there. Okay, the teeth, the bottom jaw. We got to put the bottom jaw in. It's a weird thing. Keep Kevin say weird things like that, but we do. Um, so this is a figure eyes kit. It's not this is like equivalent of a figure eyes kit. It's not an entry grade kit. So that's why there's a lot of stickers. And there's a lot of small details. This would not be a kit that I would recommend for people who are new to model kit building. But there is a lot of good detailed explanations of how to assemble this, and lots of text in English, so that is nice. Okay, so now we have this horror show right here. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot of yard work. I've been going on walks, which is nice. Catching some Pokemon, hanging out. That's been good. But yeah, it is just weirdly warm. I did some Christmas shopping today, so we're at my local bookstore. Hell yeah, you gotta. Even if you're gonna buy books online, you can do it through local indie stores that are part of collectives, and then they will ship from that independent bookstore. If you don't feel like going into a store, which I get and understand. Um, yeah, so going walking, that's been good. We're going to put earrings on this, but I should point out here, a little hard to see but the earrings here, they're going to fold over. These stickers are going to fold over, but they tell you like how to apply the foldovers, and I appreciate those instructions. They're pretty solid instructions, so that's nice. But yeah, we got to put on the face. Also, this is not a sticker. The scar here is not a sticker, and that is great. Because that would have been hard to do. Anyway, I'll update my schedule here on places. Originally, my plan was to play more of the wonderful Pokemon Fire Red randomizer on Wednesday, but I am calling an audible on that, and I want to play Jackbox. We'll focus mostly on Party Pack 8, the most recent one. Play Job and Wheel probably. Yeah, I just want to Okay, so we do the side ones first. Yeah, I just want to play Jackbox with people, so we're going to do that on Wednesday. I still am enjoying the Pokemon Fire Red randomizer. I still enjoy doing it, but I just want to play Jackbox with people, so we're going to do that instead on Wednesday. That is just a small update, not a big deal. No, you don't have to worry about it, but that is going to be coming up on Wednesday this week. So yeah. Dustin says, glad to see some of that is printed on the plastic. Checkerboard stickers would have been a nightmare. Yeah, there's still a lot of goddamn stickers on the uniform. As I said, much of the stuff that we're going to put on here will be covered up, but that's not the end of the world. It's still going to look good. It's just that, as you can see, there's certainly a lot of stickers that are going to apply to this kit, and some of them are huge. But we'll do our best. Hopefully there's some indents on. I haven't looked. But hopefully, yes. They do give you like I'm going to put a sticker here on this. They do the outline of where the sticker should go, which is the least they can do. But sometimes they don't do that shit. Sometimes you don't get that, which is very frustrating. So at least they include that the guide. All right, so we got our tags, our earrings here. Those are on. Those are looking fine. Totally fine. We can continue on the face here. Speaking of continuing on, okay, yeah, so now this will not look horrendous. I mean, he still doesn't have any hair, but he looks more like a person now. There's Tanjiro looking like something, and then we can put we can get some hair on him. We'll get some cool hair. These are going to be sharp because that is a thing that happens with these kits. Sometimes the hair is actually kind of pointy and sharp, especially the Dragon Ball ones. Let's see. What do I want to say? Oh, I guess I'll say this. My dad went in for some surgery yesterday. He's okay. It was outpatient surgery. So he is home and recovering. It was sort of expected that this was going to happen. It wasn't necessarily a surprise, but it's that kind of thing of just like, it's still a weird thing. I'm happy to be here while this is happening so that I can help out around the house and take care of some stuff. But it's still weird. It's still a weird thing to just be like, oh yeah, my dad, had to go and get a surgery done. But yeah, things are looking good on that. But yeah, it's still like a weird thing around here. Where it's like you can't drive for a week, which is the thing he's most like anxious about. But we'll figure it all out. It'll all work out. Oh, I'm gonna snap this here. Looks us. But yeah, so yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you, Ristavan. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm happy to be here and offer some help. It's not. He had a more pronounced surgery. Oh, it's this side. That's what I'm doing wrong. Earlier this year, so this is like way easier of a thing to recover from, and good for him in the long run. But it's still like, all right, is everything going to work out? Is everything okay? And yeah, he's like, he can't drive and can't lift stuff, and they're going to go away at the end of January. Heads up, that's happening again. End of January and most of February, my folks will be out of town. And that the only change that happens because of that is the major change is that I will move into the Carolina room, the bonus room, so that I can, because if I'm in the house, that way I am not in this room all day and all night, so I can use the computer out there, and then this bedroom becomes just a bedroom and not also my office and stream room. So that'll be a slight change. It'll be different a little bit because I'll be using this microphone in that room. I'm a little worried about this mic and the echo in there. It's got a lot of stuff in that room, but it has a pretty high ceiling, so I'm a little worried about sound because last time I was still just using my headset mic. So I might switch over to my headset mic just for that like month, but we'll find out. Also, it will be the return of Prepare with Bear, the Pat Bear's cooking streams. I'll do at least one, probably two of those, because with my folks not being here, I feel comfortable taking over the kitchen because I have to move all my gear in there. And then also being in the kitchen means that can be heard through the entire house. So, okay, our head is done. There's our head. There's Tanjiro. Tanjiro's expressions. No stickers on the head except for the ears. The tags on the ears. So that's it. So we'll put a head aside. We got a head done. But yeah, I mean that's the basic plan. Is just like when they are when they're out, I will do some cooking streams because I will not be disturbing them for that. Not sure what I'm gonna prepare. I know I'm gonna do a potato dish because I don't think I've done anything with potatoes. So I will do like a fun potato dish probably, and then maybe a dessert because I've only done one dessert and it wasn't really like that great. I'd like to do one of yeah, I should say I'd like to do one of Terrence, the Black Nerd. That's his name. That's his tag. But I'd like to do one of Terrence's cookie recipes because I have bought them and have done them in the past, but never for stream. So I wouldn't mind doing one of those, like a collabo, promotion. Say like, hey, I'm doing this recipe. You can find it here. And maybe I will like talk through it, but I won't include it in the show description because it'll be one of his recipes and I want you to go buy it. So I'm thinking of doing that because I thought that would be fun. All right, so let's put the stickers on the front, and then we'll put the stickers on the back here, using the X-Acto knife to apply stickers just where they're supposed to be there. A lot of stickers, but not surprising. The little dots are hopefully going to be fine. Not annoying, but we'll see. Probably would like to have a something else besides this X-Acto knife to apply these. Whatever. We'll just apply them. Yeah. So I think I want to do like a dessert at one point. I want to do potato for one, and those will probably be different things because each of them will probably have like a meat meal. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just do sides and whatever. But it's probably weird to not do like a main entree and like something because I've done like I've done entree and appetizer, and I've done entree and dessert. So both times. So I probably still want to do an entree. It would probably be weird if I was like dessert and side dish. But I don't know. Also, I don't have a blender here. We don't have a food. Not we have a blender. We don't have a food processor in the house. So there are some things or like an emulsion blender or something. Just things that I would like to have for some stuff. Because the prepare part is easy for me to like capture. It's the we got. Why am I doing this? We got so many more stickers to put on here. That capture part is easy. It's the being over the stove that's kind of tough to get on screen. All right, so again, huge stickers we got to apply here. So we'll just do it nice and slow. This is in several sections. And we're just going to try to pull this out without breaking the sticker, because we could still apply a broken sticker, but it's certainly not as easy as having it all in piece. So we're just going to line this up. And if it's not perfect, it's not perfect. I'm going to try to get it perfect, but I'm going to, again, this is going to be covered. So it only needs to be so good. Okay, nice and slow. Is there anything else I want to talk about? I guess, hey, Halo Infinite continues to be very good. And look, I know some people were like scoffing at a review of it that was like the story's not good, and in fact is not good. It's certainly not good for new people coming to Halo or old fans. It's probably not good for anybody. And there's some people scoffing like, how can you say the single player is excellent if the story is bad? To which I say, I don't come to Halo for the story. Some people might. So for some people, the story might be the most important thing in Halo. But for me, it's never been that. It's about the shooting and the presentation of it. I don't think it's like a perfect open world. I think it's a decent first open world for a studio, but like it definitely feels behind the times as far as like what a open world should be. Um, but it also fucking feels like Halo and is fun to play. So I don't know. It checks all the boxes for me. I don't think it's like my game of the year. Not that I'm doing a game of the year list. It's up there. It's one of the best games I played this year, but I don't think it's like my favorite game. Hey, Lord Crashington, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you here. I'm applying a lot of stickers to a boy. We're doing a boy back right now. Applying stickers to the boy. Build a Boy Workshop. But yeah, Halo fucking rules. So it's your ideal Saturday night. Yes, applying a lot of stickers to a model kit. Uh, I knew this was happening though, so I'm not. I was like prepared for it. When I saw how many stickers there were, I was like, yeah, we're doing lots of stickers. It's okay. Again, also some of these stickers will be covered up by the main pose of it. It's all right. I got to the point of getting to the open world in Halo and just haven't had time to go back. I hear you, Lastbrook. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's been like my relaxing game in between other things. Jump in, play for a little bit. Really enjoying the multiplayer still. I have a small crew that I play with. That small crew has not gotten sick of playing Halo yet, which fucking rules. I'm so psyched that they are not sick of it yet. I know that eventually they will, and they will move on to something else. But right now, there isn't anything else they want to play, so I can get games going with my friends who I used to play Halo with all the time, and so that has been excellent. It has been rad to have that. Okay, so let's see here. So the 3 goes in the front, 4 goes in the back, and then you just spray the spots in. Gotta pull this collar, bend this collar in, and we'll just use the knife to hold this out. Didn't do this perfectly, but it'll look fine, especially with his head sticking in there. But yeah, I've been really loving Halo. It has been joyful to play. Just a high quality game. Yeah, just a good time. What are y'all playing? Playing any games right now? You're checking out anything, or are you just all busy with holiday stuff and no time for new games or old games? Hey, should I play the Gunk? I feel like the name is great and it's like $20. I should probably just buy the Gunk, right? Is the puzzles are the puzzles hard? Because I've heard it's like some of it is like power wash simulator, like clean everything, but there's some like puzzles and it's called the Gunk, and that sounds great. So I don't know. Hey Pat, do you have Game Pass? If so, then the Gunk is a quick, literally 30 hours. You typed that seconds before I asked, should I play the Gunk? I don't have Game Pass, by the way, because I just never got it because I would have to be PC Game Pass, and it seems like PC Game Pass is sometimes broken, sometimes just fucked up. So I haven't gotten it yet. It is a 5-hour chill, no stress game with an okay story and easy 1000 GP. So I don't care about gamer points, but I do love the idea of a 5-hour game. I guess I'm gonna probably check out the Gunk over Christmas. I do have a little bit of work to do between Christmas and New Year's. I'm doing some customer service next week. It will not affect my streams, except maybe mentally I will be burned out from dealing with people. But I should stress this: doing customer service after Christmas Day and before New Year's is way better than doing it next week before Christmas. So I'm really psyched about doing that after the fact and not during, because that's going to be frustrating otherwise. I played about 90 minutes of the Gunk so far, and it's nice and chill. Not much in the way of puzzles, more complex than just moving a seed to a thing to make it grow into leaf platforms. IGN gave it a 7. I mean, I think I care more about like people I know more than I do. Like, that's not true, because sometimes people I know do write reviews, but I generally don't look at review scores these days. I just listen to podcasts and hear people talk about it. And I have heard some things about the Gunk and some people talking about the Gunk, but hadn't really figured out if that was like something I wanted to play. But it's not that expensive. 5 hours sounds okay for $20. Like, all right, I'll do that. Again, so look, we did all this work to put these stickers on, and I'm putting a nice flowing robe on over this, so we will see far less of those cool ass stickers. That's okay though. I knew it was coming. You didn't necessarily know, but I knew. All right, and then we got to build E5. This is 3. This is E5, so we'll put that on there. I've been picking up my Link's Awakening save a little bit here and there on the Pocket. Oh yeah, Yeah, I had no idea he had on his back, on his shirt. Yes, that's there. Um, oh yeah, you got the pocket. Nice. Yeah, I've had a few friends being like, "Hey, so what should I be playing on this?" And it's been kind of fun to see the variety of recommendations. Okay, so this is E5, but how does this go on? It goes on like this. Hmm. Trying to figure out how this. There it goes. I got it. I got it there. Uh, Also, my cacao has now been pushed back again to maybe before New Year delivery date. Well, I hope you get it. Cow. I hope you get that, not cacao. Your cow. I hope you get it. The gunk is mostly cleaning up gunk and searching for crafting materials to improve your abilities to clean up gunk. Okay, yeah, that does sound like a thing that I will probably want to check out. All right, this is E9. As you can see, literally has, I can't really see. It's stamped with the E9 on it. Interesting. But yeah, all that hard work we did there, not that noticeable, but it'll still look cool. It's still cool. Again, also, we put a sticker on here, and now we're covering up with his robes. But that, again, is fine. We'll know it's there. And then E8 is this piece. Lovely. And that's going to go this. Yeah. Go that. Goes. There we go. Nope. Like when you're like, what am I doing wrong? That goes in that spot. That goes there. And that goes there. Yeah, okay. There we go. Got it. I'm so glad these are in a sticker. Oh, Dirty wants me to hydrate and hit the ska button, so I guess we'll do both of those at the same time. And then Lord Crashington wants me to hit the ska button, and so I'll hit it again. And Dirty says, I did miss a resource pickup somewhere along the way and fell short of upgrading everything by the end of the game. That sucks. See that? Yeah. I don't like that. I might look up where those are. Because why not? If I'm playing it for fun, I'm playing it for fun. All right, so then we got to put E3 on here. The dreaded E3. We will take a pause for the cause in a moment or two, talk about ways you can support the channel and all of that. And of course, in the second hour, we will talk about some manga and some anime. Did not end up watching Banished. I'll report upon that later. Did not catch up on kind of just like the second half of Faraway Paladin has not gripped me as much. I really still enjoy Faraway Paladin, but it's not hitting me. The slow like learned behavior of Will, I was much more interested in than the like him making friends and going out into the world portion. I think if there hadn't been such a detailed thing of him and Mary and Blood and Gus, it would have. I think I would have been more into what's happening now. But now I'm just like, now it's just an isekai. Now it's just like a good natured. He's a good boy, but he's still just like a good boy, like trying his best. But he's still like an overpowered main character, good boy. All right, so I'm gonna put the head in. That does not fit in as well as I would like. Oh, because it goes like that. There it goes. Yeah, there he is. Because he's gonna be like this. There's his head in the body. After seeing Michael Caine tweet out the poster for Muppet Christmas Carol, I watched that today, and it's still quite good. Yeah, Lord Crashington. Oh, hey, Twisted. Welcome. Happy to have you here. We're working on Tanjiro. There's Tanjiro. Yeah, Muppet Christmas Carol is a great adaptation. I would say, even though he is not Ebenezer Scrooge, Bill Murray's portrayal of Scrooge, in Scrooged, is still probably my favorite Christmas Carol. Um, because I just think Bill Murray's performance is so solid and good, and um, I think Michael Caine's performance is perfect because it's necessary, because he is uh, because he is a human playing against puppets. Uh, but it is odd because I don't think the main character of a Muppet thing should be a human person. So it's weird. It's just one of those things where just like all of it is weird. Um, but it's still good. Um, Made in time for the boy. Welcome, Tony. Yes, we're building a boy. Twisted says, you see the new IBO HG kits. Yes, I did see that. Love a good Iron Blood Orphans kit. Happy about that. Again, want to build that Barbatorus some point soon because it is a Barbatos with extra legs. It's a Centaur Barbatos. So I do want to build that soon. But yeah, I have actually. I'll say this: I do have some Iron Blood Orphan kits in my backlog. I have the Form 6, which I just never got around to building, the high grade, and I have what's her name? What is it? It's like the Hagate, I think it is. Do I have a photo here? Uh, yes, Amadeus. Oh, it's the Hierarchy. This thing. It's pink. It's a pink mobile suit. I have that, and those are the last of the Iron Blood Orphans kits that I have not built. So they're coming up. Uh, you ordered the HG Asmodeus. Nice. Yeah, I have not ordered any of them, but I saw them and I am intrigued because I do like Iron Blood Orphans kits. So uh, I will take a look at those and see if there's anything I want to pre-order. I mean, I just did some pre-orders. The nice thing is that I can probably afford to pre-order a few things because I will be getting an Amazon gift card for Christmas. I always get an Amazon gift card for Christmas because it's hard to shop for me, and because I have to keep buying model kits. So that means I can spend some money. I can spend some money on Amazon with that, and then spend some other money on model kits from other places and pre-orders. You do have the Barbatos MG clear color. Ooh, nice. I built the regular MG, and that clear did look rad. Ooh, Dirty used channel points to ask a question. Who did a better job of taking Manhattan, Jason or the Muppets? Well, there's more actual legitimate Manhattan in Muppets than Jason. But Jason, I think, got better results. So I would say Jason. Yeah, I would agree with Lashbrook. I think Jason, even though not as much was filmed in Manhattan for that movie, it's still, I think Jason did a better job. Wasn't Jason filmed in Toronto? I believe it was, with a few like we paid for this like shots of New York. Toronto is not New York, New York, the same way that Vancouver is like Seattle and Portland. Um, Also, half the movie was on a boat. You're not wrong. Not wrong at all. Uh, I do have the PG Unicorn Gundam perfectibility on pre-order. Ooh, nice. Going for the expensive ones. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I don't know the next time I'll ever build a perfect grade. I certainly would not build a perfect grade unicorn because I've talked about this before. Props to anyone that builds a unicorn. I don't think I can fucking build a unicorn ever again. I just don't think I can ever work on a unicorn or a banshee ever again in master grade, high grade, real grade, or perfect grade. I just don't have it in me because I don't love how the unicorn looks at all, and so it's hard for me to to put up with all of the many, um, just like slidey bits and colored bits that have to go into all that. I just don't think I can do it. I do think the Banshee looks rad, but again, I don't know if I've got it in me to build those again, ever again. Maybe, maybe if there's an entry grade unicorn, that would be weird. Uh, Jason uppercuts a dude's head into a dumpster at the movie, so the movie has no flaws. Yeah, I don't disagree. Yeah, it's got some advantages. All right, then I need um, E7. Is this 7? This is 7, yep, okay. Then we gotta find how this all connects together. Leave, this goes like this, yeah. These snap together very well. It's just kind of a weird, all of it is odd. But I'm so glad I don't have to apply any of these checkers and stickers. That would be very difficult. All right, so now there's his hand or arm. No hand yet, but we got an arm. All right, so I'm gonna take a pause for the cause. We'll come back to building this. Don't fucking worry about it. If you're new to the stream, what is a pause for the cause? Well, look, I don't have sponsors. So every stream, I take a break here in the middle to talk about ways that you can support the channel if you are so inclined. None of this is necessary. All of this is extra. I don't make demands. But if you would like to, we have some people. Hey, welcome, bro. Rosif putting some emotes in there. Yeah, if you're a subscriber, you can throw the Barricade, the Lego, the Scythe emote in the chat. Look, becoming a subscriber is an easy way to support what I do, using cash money or using your Prime Gaming token. If you have been gifted a sub in the past, thank you for doing that. Or thank you for receiving that gift. You can convert that to a regular subscription. You could gift a sub to somebody in the community. Hey, Jam is here. Welcome, Jam. Or if you wanted to, bits and coins are also always appreciated. I know they're harder to get now, so you have to use your own money instead of earning it by watching ads. But bits and coins also help me out. Subscribing is, like I said, the easiest way to support me because it is consistent money, which I use, and it goes directly into buying model kits, as I said. We'll get through these very fast, and I'll get back to building, but I always got to go through my ad reads here. Patreon. I have a Patreon, so you could join that at the $1, $3, $5, or $10 tier. And I promise that in January I will have a new video talking about the tiers because I don't think I've ever updated my Patreon video. Maybe I did once. I gotta do that. I gotta update that video because it's from my old apartment in New York, and so I should probably modernize it a bit. But yeah, you could jump in for that. Yeah, there are different rewards for different tiers. Of course, subscribing to my YouTube is free, and please subscribe to my YouTube. That would be great. And while you're there, if you thought about it and you're like, I don't want to get a Patreon account, but I got YouTube money. I can put money into YouTube. You could become a member there. You could join me over there for $2 a month, and you get my Wednesday videos on Monday. Because that's the thing I do is I do a Wednesday video every single week. Every year it's a different project. We're almost finishing up with the best of Build With Baer. I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, you get those on a Tuesday. It's the least I can do. So those are the options for those kind of money things, except for direct donation through Coffee or PayPal, because I understand monthly. That's asking a lot. Maybe you don't want to help out monthly, but maybe a one-time donation will be great. It's Christmas. Maybe give me a little bit of money so that I can keep buying model kits. Everything I make through direct donations, YouTube, Patreon, and Twitch goes to buying model kits and equipment. I got the Stream Deck because of that, which I appreciate very much. I bought plenty of cool model kits because of your generous helping every month, and I appreciate you very much for that. Could not do it without you. Would have stopped at some point, so I appreciate y'all sticking with me. Now, saying that it's Christmas, maybe you want to be like the anonymous person that bought me a Gundam that I just got just recently. You could buy something off my Amazon wish list. It'll jump the queue. So the next thing after Tanjiro will be this kit, the uh, the Gundam Ground Urban Combat type. It's like the 7-9 G, but it's new and cool looking. I'm building that next because someone bought it off my wish list. I posted a link in there. I got a bunch of different stuff. Inexpensive kits, very expensive kits, Lego sets, model kits, high grades. Some of the high grades that I haven't from Battle Log that I haven't built yet. I haven't gotten yet, like the Asteroid Red Frame Inversion and the Helios. Those I believe are the only two that I don't own yet. I haven't built all of them. Yeah, inexpensive kits, very expensive kits. High grades that should not be $50 but are $100 for the 00, the Virtue 00. But that's the price of business right now. And then of course some equipment at the bottom, because sometimes I understand you don't know what to buy as far as a kit. But yeah, maybe consider buying something from my wish list. I would appreciate it very much if you thought about that. The alternative was you could buy a gift card to USA Gundam Store. Go to USA Gundam Store, buy a gift card there. They send you an email with the code. Then you could DM me on Twitter because my DMs are open, or whisper me here on Twitch with that code. And I'll shoot a video just like I would for the wish list about like, hey, this kit was bought, and give you a shout out. And then it'll jump the queue. So I won't build the stuff I've got waiting until I build the things you buy. And I will be doing a poll with my Amazon gift card about what I should buy. It'll be on Twitter instead of the Google thing. I'll do a Twitter poll of like, hey, here's some things I could buy from Amazon with this gift card. What should I get? I will be doing that at the after Christmas, and I will do that for like a couple days and tell everybody about it. Let's see. A way to support me for free would be to join my Discord. We'll get back to building in just a minute, but I just want to go through these real quick. Join my Discord. Lovely community, folks. I'm posting build photos after every stream. People post stuff they're working on. It's very cool. What else do I want to say? Oh, a couple of links here you should check out. I will have a new Pat Bear's Anime Club up on Monday, talking about the news of 2021. But the last one I did was my anime awards, and you might like those. It was like my awards for the year, like the superlative awards, like worst anime, like best worst name, or yes, best worst name, like silly categories, and then also like biggest disappointment, like a show that I really wanted to love but just couldn't. And then there's the best of Build With Baer. I mentioned that before. That's my clips things. The newest one is me giving a message to future robots in case that they become sentient. I want to just cover my bases with those robots. So I did that. And also the improvised postmortem from PAX Unplugged that just happened. In case you didn't watch that, it's weird because I do a lot of audience participation, and I'm not one for audience participation, but circumstances indicated we had to do it, and it ended up being a very fun panel. So it was surprisingly really fun. So I would say people should check that out. I'm gonna drink a little water. We're gonna talk about some anime and some manga, and then probably talk about some stuff y'all are into in just a moment. So let's get ready for that. And I'm gonna transition with this. Dramatic transition. All right, we're back in it. Let's build the other arm. No hands yet. We got to build an arm. And I'm going to talk to you about, I am now caught up with Komi Can't Communicate, which is on Netflix. It's releasing weekly, which I appreciate. Sometimes they do a dump for these shows. Sometimes, because they're also airing in Japan, they wait until it's aired in Japan and then they release it. And sometimes they do weekly releases, and I appreciate when they do weekly because then I can just watch it, although I'm not necessarily always caught up with it. I guess the big thing about this show is every time I'm starting to really like it, there's like a scene or several scenes, and I'm just like, oh, nope, I'm done. I am now do not enjoy this show because the core of it, I love the idea of someone with social anxiety to the point where they can't speak, but because it's an anime, they have this like alluring quality that people are interested in and want to know more about. So they're like, people are like engaged with them and just think they're like a cool customer, but instead they're just like desperate to change on the inside and like are in a bad way, and just like the idea of trying to overcome it and making real friends and having like family members who accept you for the way you are, uh, and looking out for you. And all of that is beautiful. All of Komi's progress is fantastic. And like I love that her mom is like so outgoing and like kind of a ditz, and then like is loved in her own way and is like, that's so great. I love that her brother is also quiet. Like he talks a little bit in the house, so he talks more. He's not actually like seems to be socially awkward. He's just very quiet. And how when people meet him, there is this like sense that he is like this like, because he is like a handsome young man, but that he is like the king. That like he will definitely have a harem in school. Um, an accidental harem, inadvertent one. And I appreciate that. I love, like I like that. Like, her dad is just like her, but a little bit more adjusted. I think all of that is great. And then they're just like, hey, let's put the main dude in a maid outfit and a wig, and then have everybody be weirded out by that. You're like, why? And like his younger sister is just like calling their mom because Oni-chan is a transvestite. And it's just like, all right. And then it's a thing where I'm like, because the main issue is it's a comedy, right? So you gotta make jokes, and it's like, well, is this joke hurtful or is it just weird? I don't know. And like, but then that just keeps fucking happening in the show where I'm just like, hey, what are you trying to say with this scene, anime? What's happening right now, anime? What are we doing here, anime? And I just can't quite ever get a full sense of it. Like the character who identified as male and now identifies as female. Most of the time, people are just like, "Oh, is it? Oh, it's not Kun. It's San. Okay." Like people are just like, "Oh, yeah, all right, no problem." But it's still like, "Oh, she's gonna go change with the other girls. Oh, you can't do that. You got to go to the gender neutral bathroom to change." And it's just like, why? What are we doing here? There's a lot of that. Like the girl that also wants to be friends but wants to be stepped on, and you're like, this is just played for laughs. And the yandere girl, which is also just played for laughs, but was like, hey, that girl kidnapped a person and is clearly like got some fucking issues that she needs to like address immediately, but it's a comedy, so we're never gonna do that. That's never gonna happen. It's just like, I don't fucking know, man. So like I said, I think the core of it is interesting, and I appreciate. I do not have social anxieties, but and I've never had issues talking. But I can appreciate that this show is kind of addressing them in a somewhat realistic way. There's a Beyond the Bot video about it where Dory, lovely Dory, that's her Twitter name. She is lovely as well. But Dory talks about it, about like the when you're blaming yourself for it. There's just like there's a lot in the show that apparently rings very true for her. And I think that fucking rules. Seeing yourself, feeling represented, feeling like that it is done in an earnest, honest way, I think is awesome. It is just most of the minor characters around the main people. I'm just like, fucking yikes. Just not a big fan of all of this, almost all of the supporting characters. Just not here for it. In not full talking about it mode. I am getting caught up with, and I think on Monday I'll talk more in depth about my senpai is annoying, because the thing that happened with that series that's very surprising is I still don't love the main girl and the main dude, the Kohai and the senpai. I don't love their dynamic. Um, but there are other characters in the show that I love so much more. The like young, blossoming, legitimately realize they like each other love, um, between like the quiet guy who is honest about how he's like a bit of a perv, but he's like aware of it and honest, and he's not like a creep. He's just like, he notices stuff. He's just like, how can I not notice these things? He doesn't pretend like he doesn't notice if someone is dressed provocatively. Uh, and yet, just a slow relationship between these two characters that I'm like, yeah, all right. I like where this is going. I like their relationship more than I like the main one. I think I've just like, he's not like an annoying coworker. He's just like loud and not really that annoying at all. Uh, but yeah, I think their relationship is fine, and slowly developing. Um, so I like it. But yeah, I think I'll talk more on Monday about it because I am getting caught up on it. I guess I'll talk about some manga. I'm reincarnated, but I'll try to live without my cheat ability is one, and then Kuma Kuma, weather today. Um, so first off, I'm reincarnated, but I'll try to live without my cheating ability. Is This is an interesting isekai. So this is a reincarnation story. Um, our main character has been reincarnated, realizes it, has a realization. Oh yeah, I've been reincarnated. Um, but kind of notices that this world, he's not the first person to be reincarnated in this world, and there are expectations of reincarnated people, because they are called like the apostles, um, and it is like countries are so psyched to have them, and they change the world. They've changed this world, so they're a big deal when there are new ones, right? Um, and descendants of them somehow have the abilities. But a thing that noticed is, if you're a reincarnated person, you get worked really hard. Like countries like need, because they have done in the past, they have done some really cool things and changed the world. It is very important that they find out. So if there's a test to see if you have these extraordinary abilities, and then you go on a pilgrimage, so you see all of these places to see like all the cool shit the apostles did. Um, our dude realizes immediately, I'm gonna fucking fake this shit. So he fails the test on purpose, so that because he's like, I want to get out of this. Like, I feel like they get take advantage of. I want to live. I don't think he says I want to live a slow life, but he does want to live like a life without people knowing that he has these cool abilities. So he kind of hides it. But he still has to go on the pilgrimage, and he's on the pilgrimage with like somebody who's like definitely not. She's like a relative of an apostle. And as they go on this journey, he realizes like, yeah, not everybody had a good time doing this, and a lot of technology stops working once the person dies. So like there's like a train system that got created, but like that went away because the person passed away and the descendants couldn't figure it out. And it's not like it stopped working, it's just that no one knows how to run it. So it needed maintenance that couldn't be done. And it's just like a lot of that stuff. So I would say, overall, it's pretty interesting. I'm pretty interested in seeing it. I love the perspective of, I want to hide this. I don't want people to know that I have this cool ability because it's going to be troublesome. Um, so yeah, so I'm pretty psyched about that. Uh, it's pretty good so far. They'd introduced a new character who's traveling with them, and that seems weird and she's traveling with them. And I'm wondering, the big thing is, I'm like, well, how long can he hide that he has these abilities and that he is special? Like, how long can he get away with that before he's going to have to do stuff, and people are going to be like, oh yeah, you're definitely one of them. And can he reject that and just be like, yeah, I mean, even if I am, no thanks, I'm out of here. Can he get away with that? So yeah. Uh, Dirty says the big shaggy dog. I don't know what you mean by that, Dirty. So sorry. Um, do not know what you mean by the big shaggy dog. Uh, anyway, the other one is Kuma Weather Today, and it's the official side manga for Kuma Bear. He picks up a big shaggy dog in the manga after feeding it. Oh, that's right. He does have a big dog. I forgot about that. It's been a little while since I watched. Yes, he does have a big dog. That he just ended up adopting. I did forget about that, Dirty. You're right. There is the big shaggy dog. I forgot about that part. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff where you're like, this is weird. Hey, thank you so much, Foxy Tico, for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome. Welcome to the old Build With Baer. Hope you're doing well out there. Working on Tanjiro. We got our belt done here. Now we're working on the hilt for the sword. So we'll get that going. We got to put some stickers on this. So Kuma Weather Today it's a Koma style, so it's a 4 panel joke structure where they do the joke and then they move on to the next joke. It's pretty quick. It is a side piece. I would say you don't have to have read or watch the anime for Kuma Bear to get it, but it would be weird to watch this or to read this without seeing the original. Either watching the manga or reading the manga or watching the anime. I think it would be weird to just jump into the side story. But it's cute. It's like exploration. Sometimes it's scenes we've seen before, but from a different character's perspective. Like it's got a lot of Fiona. I think not Fiona. The young girl that Yuna helps out. So we get her perspective on a bunch of things, which is fun. And it's seeing like little extra jokes here and there. It kind of jumps around from the story. But overall, 14 and 14. It's pretty damn good. I would recommend it if you like Kuma Bear and you are you caught up on the manga, which because it's based on a light novel, the anime is like finished up past where the manga was because they skipped a bunch of shit in the manga. Not a whole lot, but some they skipped some stuff. So right now, Yuna is just at the point where she's dealing with the town that has bandits and has bandits on one end, definitely corrupt officials. Which she hasn't even figured out that part yet. But also there's a Kraken. So we're almost at the point where she hasn't even met the guild yet. We got to get there. It's coming. All that shit's coming. It's going to be good. And that's the anime and manga I wanted to talk about on this stream. I don't have any more to chat about. It was good, like I said, I enjoy Kuma Bear, so I enjoy Kuma Weather Today because it's just an extension of the thing I already like. So it rules. Let's see. Oh, I can tell you about what I'm going to be checking out. I'll be things I've checked out, and I'll be kind of going over in a future video or a future stream. I'm finally going to read Wednesday Siblings. It's a thing that I brought up that I wanted to check out before and just haven't checked out. I do want to check out Wednesday Siblings. Is a their parents get married to each other, and so now they're step brother and sister, but they're like 10 years apart in age. So every Wednesday he comes over so they can spend some time together, ostensibly so they can get to know each other, but also because it's so the mom and dad, the husband and wife can have a night without the kid in the house because they're newlyweds, uh, which is reasonable. So that so then they're spending some time together, and it's just this like kids that were only children, like, but that are aged far apart, trying to figure out how to be related to one another. So I've heard good things about it, and I'm finally just started reading it, and I'll be talking about that. And then another one that I want to read, and I'll probably talk about it on Monday, is a story about a man and a woman, and when they sleep together, money appears out of nowhere, which sounds like me describing the plot of it, but that is the title and also the description. And so I am kind of interested in whatever the fuck that means, whatever that's going to be. I mean, I think it probably is exactly what it says. It's a couple that, or these people that realize some weird thing happened when they spent time together, and now they're like, I guess we should pursue that, but are we doing this for money, or are we doing this because we like each other? So that sounds interesting, and I want to read more of it. All right, so got the blade now, and that's got to go. It sits above it. Okay, great. All right, we got that together. So let me ask y'all, folks. I talked a little bit about Halo. What are y'all playing? What are you watching? You checking anything out? We talked a little bit about some Christmas stuff. I did watch Muppet Family Christmas last night, which is a one of my favorites. Um, Absolute favorite holiday specials. I recommend Muppet Family Christmas if you haven't seen it. You can find it probably on YouTube. I downloaded it or ripped it. I ripped it from a DVD. I imported a DVD, the UK DVD, and ripped that. But I've also watched the torrent, and that just is beautiful. Watch season 2 of Witcher, which is pretty good. Says Lashbrook. Nice. I started Agretzko, the new season of Agretzko. I'm only 2 episodes in, so I don't want to say anything about it yet, except um, some parts I'm like immediately like, hell yeah, we're back in it. And some parts I'm like, this character's got to fucking get over some shit. Yeah, new Agretzko is out. So yeah. Uh, Let me just see how many episodes the new season is, or if it's out. What's out for that? But yeah, see here. Yeah, we got new episodes of Agretzko. Fourth season is. Ooh, I gotta mute in case. Oh, mute. Not mute me, but I didn't want to hear anything there. But yeah, we got season 4, 10 episodes. That makes sense. I didn't think they were gonna do extra or more or less than normal. But yeah, 10 episodes, season 4, out right now. So you can watch that. Uh, I didn't mute me. I just muted the speaker computer audio because I didn't want that to pop up and get anything. About halfway through Witcher season 2, says Warcraft season, though I need to rewatch season 1 to remind me of what all happened there. Checked out the first 3 of Akagi after your recommendation on the Anime Club episode. That's a weird one, but I think I like it. Yeah, Dustin, that is a fucking weird one, right? Like, that's a strange show. It's got that like art style that I'm like, this isn't pretty, but it's like really good. Like, good art style is a weird thing to say, but I feel like that's like, I don't know. It's striking, I guess, striking visuals. But yeah, I am a fan of that series. All right, so let's let's try to get the right leg done, and then we can try to get the left leg done, I guess. We'll just try to get one of these legs done. So we need 17 and 18. Yeah, 18 is this one here. Great, great. We got to put some stickers. As I said, this kit is lousy with stickers, so we'll have plenty to put on here, which is fine. All right, and there. Yeah, so I stopped watching Witcher after during the first season. It just wasn't doing anything for me. It wasn't like I don't have any affinity for the video game series. So the live action, I was like, well, I like some of the people involved in this, so I guess I'll give it a shot. Yeah, and it just didn't. It didn't really speak to me. It didn't really hit me as like, oh, I should keep watching this. So maybe I'll go back to it. Maybe I'll want to. I don't know, but. Uh, I've recently found it pretty dumb that to buy an Audible version of a book is like $30 to $50, but if you get the Audible narration with the Kindle version of the book, it's like $8 add-on. That is frustrating. Yeah, those price differences can be brutal. Yeah, I mean they can only charge so much for the audio version, like on the sale because they want you to buy the physical, so they make the audio version as just like as expensive, I guess. Um, Last person, season one, jumping around different points in time did not help it. Yeah, I mean that was the thing. I was just like, I think I know what's going on here, but I mean mostly it was just like the action was really well shot, and a thing that I really appreciate, and I mentioned this about Cowboy Bebop as one of the things I liked about it is I really appreciate fight scenes that are done in the daytime and not like in a dark, like enclosed space or at night. Well lit fight scenes, I think, are so great for scenes that are certainly not, CG or even ones that are CG. I can really appreciate good fight choreography, uh, and so I did appreciate that about when I watched The Witcher. Like, I could see what was happening, um, because that is a thing about American cinema in particular that I'm just like, ugh, I don't know what's happening right now. Um, and that is consistently frustrating. Also frustrating, these tiny stickers that I'm applying are pretty frustrating, but we'll get them all on. I'm not being particularly. I'm getting them on there. I'm not like worried about them, I guess is what I'll say. We'll have to do this on the other leg too. We'll probably end up finishing this kit up on because there's still plenty left to do because we got to do the shoes and the legs and the sword and the hands. And the sword's going to require some stickers for the hilt. So we'll finish this kit up on Monday, and then also we got the Gundam Ground Urban Combat type, which the photos make this part look red, the chest, which is not. That's an effect, but I don't like that in the photo, so I'm glad this photo doesn't have that. But that'll be the next kit working on that came from my wish list. I do not know who purchased that because there was no note, but it was cool. Um, I did watch one of the recent Mickey Mouse Christmas specials that is all about how Donald Duck nearly kills himself trying to stay in town to celebrate Christmas with his buddies while his body can't handle the weather. Yikes, Lord Crashington. That's that is the way more aggressive version of Yogi Bear trying to stay up for Christmas and not hibernate. There is uh, I believe that I may be conflating. It's another. There is a Christmas special where Yogi wants to stay up. Yogi and Boo Boo want to stay up because they want to like see Santa and celebrate Christmas, and they don't want to hibernate. There's also a Christmas special where Yogi has to help save a like ski resort, and that might be the same special, or it might be two different ones. Because that stay awake might be like the B plot of the we got to save the, the whatever. But I do remember like that being like, oh, I like that. Like, oh, I always miss it because I'm asleep, so I got to stay awake. But it is my yikes. I guess the more recent Mickey stuff is Ren and Stimpy style edge without the John K creepiness surrounding it. Yeah, I mean that's great. You know, kids need a little edge. They do like it. They do enjoy a little bit of darkness there because sometimes it flies right over their heads. But if it doesn't fly over their heads, they're like, ooh, what the fuck? What's happening right now? I guess that's yeah. Hey, uh, kids can handle scare. They can handle weirdness. They can definitely handle weird because they don't know it's weird. And then later they'll be like, oh, hey, was that thing weird that happened? Should I have watched that as a kid? Whatever, I liked it, and it won't matter unless it does really matter. I don't really have a point here. I guess what I'm saying is if kids watch a thing that you think is inappropriate for them to watch, don't feel too bad about it because anything could fuck them up. I will say that part of that was because I do need a clip for the best of Build With Baer for Wednesday, and I do think that might be one of them. I have two more best of Build With Baers to record or to clip, and I don't have any in my backlog for that, so that might end up being it. But I do stand by it that I do think that it is important to expose kids to weird shit, and that they generally can handle it, unless they really fucking can't. Like, hey, I watched Labyrinth too young. I was too young for Labyrinth when I saw it, but would not have known until I watched it if I was cooler about it or not. Turns out I was not cool about it, but I'm glad I found out. 20. Oh yeah, gotta put one sticker on here. I'm putting a sticker on this foot that we will never see the sticker, but it's here, so I might as well do it. Oh, there it is. Very tiny sticker. At least Donald Duck learns that Christmas can still be enjoyed anywhere that you have friends and or family with you. Nice, yeah. I mean, go south for the winter. You can still celebrate. Hey, here's my thing. How come his friends don't go with him one year? Wherever they're hanging out. Oh, Donald's feeling real lonely at Christmas because he got to fly south for the winter. Well, let's go hang out with him. How about that, everybody? Why don't you meet Donald halfway? Hey, Harold, welcome. I guess that means that Loading Ready Live has finished, so I appreciate you being here. I will be watching that after the stream, so I hope it was a good one. I hope you enjoyed. Welcome, as always, my friend. Um, what's wrong with Labyrinth, Dancing Goblins, David Bowie in tight outfits, and Ooblet? I don't see any problem. Yeah, I was a kid that never watched like anything horror related, and it was just spooky for when I saw it. I was just like not prepared for how spooky Labyrinth was going to be. Pretty good, says Harold. Well, good. I'm glad it was pretty good. Uh, Look, it's hard to top the Halloween one because that one was unbelievable. That's one of the best Loading Ready lives of all time. Uh, Live is a tough word for that particular one, but that Halloween all pre-taped was phenomenal. One of the best things they've ever done. Um, Certainly in recent memory. All right, 16. He does have his duck friends with him, but not the mouses or the goofs with him. Yeah, yeah. Dogs aren't. They're hanging out. They're not going. They're not going. They're not instinctively going south for the winter. All right, and I'm gonna put this sticker on here. Again, lots of stickers on this kit, but I was expecting that. It does look rad. It does look pretty damn good. Yeah, it's got a lot of stickers. Um, all right, and then we'll put the foot on here. Uh, okay. And then we've got one foot left and the sword, and we'll get to the other foot and Tanjiro's hands and sword on Monday. That'll be Monday stream. We'll be continuing this kit. We can attach it though. But yeah, so we still have the sword to do. Like basically no movement at all on any of this. But it is looking cool. It's top heavy because we haven't finished it yet. But yeah, we got one more foot to put together, and then we've got to build the sword and the hands, and that'll be it. And that will happen on Monday, as I said. I'm gonna take a nice photo of this kit. Oh, got that there. And we'll get a good, cool shot of that. Looking great. Great. Oh, I took several shots of that. Um, and of course, the Livelance Heaven was done as well. Tanjiro is as tall as the Livelance. These are not compare. These are should not be compared to one another. They are different scales. But yeah, I'm really liking this kit so far. It's a lot of stickers, but I think it looks really great. And then I'll be going in, and I will be doing some panel lining on Monday as well. I'll do some of the white here. Most likely, I'll probably hit the belt some. Uh, there's not going to be a lot that I need to do for this, but I'll probably doing the white here, because that will look rad with it. It'll look cool with that. So that's gonna do it for the stream. We are gonna raid. That is how we end every stream, as you're well aware. We go on a raid. We go see what other people are up to out there on the old internet, and go share some love with them. So we'll be doing that in a second. Reminder: Monday, finishing up this kit, starting a model kit, the Gundam Ground Urban Combat type. So we'll be building that, and then also. Wednesday, I'm not going to play, as I previously said, I changed my plans. I'm not going to do Pokemon Fire Red Randomizer. Instead, we're going to play Jackbox on Wednesday because I like Jackbox and I want to get my money's worth on Party Pack 8. So we're going to play some Party Pack 8 games on there, and kind of celebrate the holidays on Wednesday because it'll be so close to Christmas. Who should we go see? Yay indeed, Harold. Hey, we're gonna go raid Pizza Suplex. That's Patrick. Um, uh, Good old Pat. Uh, and I think that'll be fun. I have not. He usually doesn't stream this late at night, so that'll be a fun raid. We're gonna go raid Mr. Suplex, who's playing Mountain Blade 2. Mount and Blade, not Mountain Blade. But yeah, we're gonna go give Pat a raid, because I haven't raided him in a long time. So yeah, so here we go. Feel free to come along on this raid. I hope you do. I hope you also have a great night. You deserve it. I hope the rest of your Saturday is great. I hope the rest of your weekend is great. I hope to see you on Monday as I continue working on model kits and just generally hanging out. And talk to you soon, everybody. Good night. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.